What's going on, guys? This is Real Estate Q&A Sessions week 83 on Thanksgiving Day. Hope y'all having a good day. It's Thanksgiving. And just like last year when we hosted this on Thanksgiving, because I'm not missing any of my Thursdays. This is 83 weeks and counting. But just like last year, guess what? We ain't doing no long episode because guess what? Also, and y'all know, y'all got black families and stuff on Thanksgiving. Everybody got to work. So I can only give you guys probably about 15 minutes of my time before they probably call me back in there to cook something, get the heaters going. What's going on, y'all? Y'all popped in here real quick. Just Jay, what's going on? Music Lawn, King Me _ Queen was good. Cowdy King, what's up? Tyler, hey, what's good, Tyler? Malcolm Real Estate, happy Thanksgiving. Hey, happy Thanksgiving to you, Tyler. Appreciate you for that. Next Level Veteran, what's going on? What's going on, brother?
What's up, now? How you?
Hey, it's another day, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to get inside.
Yeah, this for money.
Oh, this month.
Yeah.
You know what? You been inside before?
Nah.
Oh,
I was just gonna get
just drop it right here, man.
Okay.
I got you.
I appreciate it.
No problem, dog.
Appreciate it, man.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, man.
I'll let her know you stopped by with it.
Okay, now thank you.
Yes, sir. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Tyler. Appreciate you. Hope y'all are safe. It is Thanksgiving. I don't want y'all to be sitting here worrying about a whole bunch of things, you know what I mean? But we're going to do the show like we normally do. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Next Level Veteran. Was good. Train wreck. I just seen you pop in here. Y'all out here. I'm surprised y'all ain't watching football right now. Well, thank you, Tyler. Much love to you. You know I love you. Always. Well, yeah, this is what we do. This is Thanksgiving. I'm always with the fam in North Carolina, and you know what I'm saying. We get it in times 10 with all this food, and of course I have some heater duties that I need to tend to. I also have some pie duties that I have to tend to. I also burnt my pies earlier. I had a whole slew of pies I was responsible for making that I took over from my grandmother. Because I now have to carry the tradition of making sweet potato pies every year. And this is my third year in a row. And for some reason, how you doing? Another day, man. Happy Thanksgiving. Yes, sir. And so I was tasked with making the pies after my grandmother passed. I'm the only one that has the recipe. So this is the third year in a row. And I was making all the pies. I had a whole bunch of them set up. The night before I was baking them, and it was probably about 2:00, and I put them in the oven, packed my bags, did a whole bunch of stuff, and then I went and sat down on the couch, and the next thing you know, I woke up and I smelled burnt pies. So I burnt the pies this year. So only two survived. So I have to go in there and make some more pies. But anyway, this is not why y'all showed up. Y'all didn't show up to listen to hear me talk about pies. This is all about real estate. And again, this is Thanksgiving edition. Like last year, we only going to do about 15, 20 minutes because I know you guys, one, there's football on, and two, I know some of you guys are in the kitchens cooking right now. If you didn't early prep, you in the kitchen right now. Or somebody within the next 20 minutes is going to ask you to do something. This is natural. That's how Thanksgivings go. Look who's in Wire Mastermind. What's going on, y'all? Appreciate y'all for popping in here. Women in Real Estate. Let's go ahead and get this thing going. This is Real Estate Q&A Sessions week 83. Each and every week, bring you guys nothing but value of my time. Housekeeping rules, as always, are as follows. If you want to show some love, screenshot, post it to your story. Let folks know what we're doing, because when you screenshot, post to your story, and other people see what's going on, what we do each and every week, every Thursday at 12 o'clock, they might pop in here and they might ask a question which you did not think to ask. And therefore, if it gets answered, you now have more value. So that's why we want to share the show. And disclaimer, I am not a guru. All right? That's a nice Audi. I'm in a very nice neighborhood right now in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. All the people wave to you. All the people speak to you. And that was a very nice car that drove by. Anyway, Yes, I am not a guru. Disclaimer. I just know a little bit more than the average Joe, right? But I'm out here in these streets every single damn day. All right, from contracting side to flipping to rentals to agents to whatever. I'm out here in these streets, so you can choose to listen to me or not. No pressure. All right. I do my best to answer any question that is asked. And if I don't know the answer, I'm just not going to answer it. All right. So you guys already know you guys can ask your questions right there below in the comment section and or where the question mark is right there. Now, normally what I usually do is give you guys an update of my whole status of what I got going on. If you didn't see earlier this week, closed on another property. So congrats. It's always it. I know who I think it is. Budokan. Is that you, Sneaker Fiend? Didn't change your name? that's Sneaker Fiend to change the name, man. What's going on, man? So yeah, if you guys didn't know, I closed on another property this Friday. No, this Monday. That will make number. I don't see. I can tell y'all how many I buy in a year, but I can't tell y'all how many I have in total. That makes 8 for the year. So if you thought I was moving slowly, or if you thought I was moving in silence, well, damn it, I am, and I acquired 8 properties this year. Can't tell you how many doors, but yes, lots of properties, lots of closing. This is a blessing. Last year was a little bit slower, but it is good to finish the year out with one more property. Now, this property is actually going to serve as my first quarter flip for next year, for 2022. I don't know if you guys remember, I've said it a couple different times, but at the beginning of the year, I said that I was going to start incorporating flips into my just yearly goals, right? Because I normally buy properties and hold them, renovate them, and hold them. I am a buy and hold guy. I look long term down the road. I've always been that way, right? So I always buy properties to keep. But this year I said, while we are also acquiring rentals, let's also acquire some flips too. I don't know why I did that. As far as workload wise, I just have no idea. But anyway, I said a goal. I said 4 flips a year, right? 4 flips a year, 1 a quarter. So a quarter is 4 months. So can I flip one house per quarter? I think I can. And this year turned out I did 1 flip first quarter, 1 flip second quarter, 1 flip third quarter, and I am halfway through my 4th quarter flip and already have my first quarter flip for 2022 already closed on. So that is on top of the rentals that are acquired and that have to be renovated and XYZ and all that kind of stuff. So at the beginning of the year, did I think I could do it? Yeah, but I was a little skeptical given the workload, but made it happen. And that's why, I let you guys know, if you guys want to flip properties and or renovate, whether it's rentals or whatever the case may be, once you find out how to buy, once you learn how to buy, buying is easy, right? Buying a property is the easy part. Acquiring a property is the easy part. Is finding deals that have enough meat on the bones that will allow you to either bring in great cash flow returns, or for flip profits, right? So again, once you know how to buy, you have a lender, you have a relationship, or you have a funding method that works for you, you can pretty much go. It's not a matter of buying, right? Because anybody can go buy deals. Like if you had $100,000, you can go buy a bunch of houses, right? But that doesn't matter. What matters is, are you buying good deals? Are you buying deals that are profitable? Are you buying deals that cash flow? That's what matters. You can go buy. Look at Zillow, right? See what happened with Zillow. They just went out and started buying a whole bunch of crap, but wasn't buying strategically. Well, they had a strategy, but it didn't work. So anyway, it's not about buying. It's about how you buy, right? And so what you guys will learn is that when you start acquiring properties, or when you find a way to fund your deals, whether it's through the bank, which is going to be slower, hard money, private money, whatever the case may be, you set that one relationship and you set that goal, right? Can you at least buy 2 properties a year? That's very manageable, right? That's very manageable. You want to go fast? Look into hard money. And there's folks that still don't know what hard money is. Hard money is a short-term loan. It's a bridge loan, right? So if you don't know, banks are the typical way in which you would acquire a property, right? So somebody say, I'm going to go buy a house. All right, you're going to think they're going to go to a bank and they're going to get a loan. They're going to get approved and they're going to, go buy a property and close on it in 30 to 60 to 90 days, right? That's normal. And they're going to have a 30-year mortgage and like 3% interest. That's a bank loan, right? Hard money is a little bit different than that. Hard money is a short-term, high-interest rate loan that allows you to actually acquire a property and renovate that property with funds that are readily available within, 7 days, right? So if I said, hey, I want to go buy this house, I want to use hard money, and I want to renovate it. Well, you go to find you a hard money lender. You guys build that relationship and say, hey, look, I am committed to doing X, Y, Z when I acquire a property, and you will get your money back, within the terms of the loan. Great. They're going to give you a term sheet, right? They're going to give you a term sheet, and interest rate's going to be high. Don't balk at the high interest rate. That's just what it is to get accessible and quick money, right? Normally a bank loan, you're going to see an interest rate in the 3 to 5s, right? Depending on your credit. But with hard money, you can see anywhere between 8 to 12 to 15% of that loan being of interest. Again, it's a high interest rate, but it's no reason to balk because, again, here's what you are paying for. You're paying for easy access to cash that not only is going to be readily available to you to close on that property within a week to 2 weeks, but it also makes you way more competitive if you are searching for on-the-market properties. So if you guys have been out there looking for properties and deals, you guys know when you're searching for on-market properties that you're bidding against a whole bunch of other people, offers coming in, and you have this bank loan and you're trying to figure out why you can't get your offers accepted for these investment properties. Oh, I'll tell you why. Because 1, there's people that's coming in with cash offers, right? And then 2, there's other people that come in with hard money offers, which are considered cash offers. What cash allows you to do is I don't have to go through any contingencies with the bank or approval. I have straight up cash on me. We can close tomorrow. That's always going to be king, right? What's the next best thing? Hard money, which is also considered cash, right? So if title work's not finished and title, let's say, takes 2 to 3 weeks, I'm putting in an offer, no contingencies, XYZ, and I can close in those 2 weeks because my hard money lender is going to be able to give that to me if I say no contingencies. Oh, yeah, I'm on the live, brother. Yeah. Oh, look at my cousin.
Consistency. Yeah. Consistency at key. Consistency.
Hey,
Definition.
They know what's up. So what was I saying? So with hard money, you are able to access funds quicker, and you can also have a competitive offer because if I'm a seller, right, and I'm looking at 2 offers, I'm looking at a bank loan offer where I can close with this guy or this woman in 60 to 90 days, and there's inspections and all that kind of stuff. They might be $10K higher than the guy with hard money. He has no inspections, no contingencies, and he can close in 2 weeks. I'll probably go with that offer, right? Less strings attached. It makes it a lot more appealing. So hard money, again, is a great way to not only acquire funds for a property, but also be competitive in a market in where you're searching for on-market deals. Also, you get renovation money. And so anyway, you can scale. You can scale with hard money. Scale quickly. Now, scale at your own discretion, because this is my first problem. I'm not gonna say it was a problem, but this is something I ran into my first year. I bought a bunch of properties in 1 year, and I bought a bunch of rentals, not flips, but I bought a bunch of rentals. And if you're trying to acquire rental properties using the BRRRR method, you have to buy, renovate. You got to renovate, put tenants in there, refinance. It's a process. So if you buy a whole bunch of properties in a short amount of time, you have to renovate all those properties.
Yo, you know where Cam is?
Yo,
You got my keys?
Oh yeah, I'm on the live, brother.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I said my phone. What's
Oh yeah,
up?
yeah. You see they twins? All my cousins coming out here. Oh, okay. All right, yeah.
It feels good to be on the line.
It's my other one.
Consistency.
What's that? What's that? Yeah.
What's that?
What's that shirt you got on, brother?
This one?
Yeah, what is that?
Yours.
Oh, okay. Y'all thought, yeah.
Hey, my shirt upstairs.
Y'all see, so yeah, with my cousins. But yes, I think I was talking about hard money. Anyway, guys, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comment section below, and or what a question mark is. This is week 83 of Real Estate Q&A sessions, where I give you guys value, an hour of my time each and every week. The only thing I ask for are housekeeping rules, right? With me giving you guys my time, I'm not asking for your emails. I'm not asking for no money. Some of this information is worth thousands of dollars. I had to pay for it through being out here in the streets and learning and messing up. That's how I have all this information.
About 3 games ago.
So, with that being said, if you haven't done so already, what's going on?
What's up, dog?
So, if you haven't done so already, screenshot this post to your story. Let folks know what we're doing each and every week, 12 o'clock, real estate Q&A sessions. All right, let's do some shout outs real quick, because it's a couple of y'all in here. I am _far was good. Official Shy, is it Shy Teak? We got a wrap. I know we got a wrap. I already know that. Let's put something on the schedule, brother. Can't wait to attack that market. Yes, the Baltimore market is a great market. And it's always been hot. And listen, there's no shortage of inventory. If you know how to fish, I've always said this, if you know how to fish, you'll always be able to find deals, right? I got something to say to that too. If I mispronounce your name, I apologize. Tune. Hello, brother. You know what I'm talking about. Rod was good. I know I say it every. Asiato 1911. What's good, brother? I know I mispronounce every time, man, but I appreciate you for coming in here, because you're somewhat of a regular now, so I appreciate you. I appreciate all the folks that come up in here each and every week. Some of y'all been rolling since literally like week 1. You know what I'm saying? And that's nothing but love. So, Nada.Mouse. Hello, appreciate you. If this is your first time here, welcome. Trainwreck says, oh, what's good, brother? Appreciate you. AB, yes sir, scaling. Yeah, so when it comes to scaling, you can use hard money to scale. There's ways to do it. It really depends on what your approach is, right? Are you trying to flip, or are you trying to buy rentals? Me, I am a buy and hold person, right? I like to look at things like, if you guys plan on having family, kids, and all that kind of stuff, rentals are going to always be a great way to acquire wealth. Excuse me. If you buy right. If you don't buy right, there's going to be situations in which you will not make money. So just because you purchase a property, hold on. You said what?
So y'all drink that hardcore coffee here. I just have to do my little McDonald's stuff, you know.
Trying.
Yeah.
Trying. So if that is the case, and you're looking at this thing from I would like long-term generational wealth, it starts by acquiring things that are going to create passive income for you, and that's rental properties, right? But there's other people that look at this thing and they say, well, look, I want to flip. There's nothing wrong with flips, but the difference between flipping and rentals is you have to kill and eat when it comes to flips. Once you acquire a property, You renovate it, you sell it. You don't have anything. Now you get a nice little profit if you did everything right, but you don't have anything at the end of the day, long term. You have to go kill. You have to go kill again, right? And in some business models and the way some people look at this thing, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Because if I can do 4 flips a year, and this, I'm not telling y'all what I make, right? Just these are just fictitious numbers, right? Don't get it twisted. So if you can do 4 flips a year and profit $30K a flip, 30, 60, 90, 120, that's $120,000 by flipping 4 properties, 1 every 4 months. And it's a side thing. You still keep your regular job and all that kind of stuff. That is very possible. And that is a great way to acquire cash in order to buy long-term properties or rental properties, right? And there's some people that just flip all year. 4 properties? No. There's people doing 10, 12, 15, 20, 50 deals a year flipping, right? But again, you can flip all you want, and at the end of the day, once that house sells, it's not yours anymore. You don't have anything else after that. You have to continue to kill and eat, right? You get a nice purse, but you have to keep killing and eating. Rentals are the very long-term play, and guess what? Things when you're looking at rental properties, you're not looking at 30K bags after 4 months of working in that house. Well, unless you do burst strategy and you refinance out and you pull that cash out. That's how you can create some short-term profits for yourself. But for rental properties in general, they're always going to be a long-term play. You're never going to get, not never, but you're very rarely are you going to acquire big bags up front, right? Rentals usually cost a lot of money to either hold, refinance, who's got to close twice, just maintenance. They're long-term risks, but they offer great rewards, right? If you're willing to look down the road, right? How many of y'all are looking to acquire rental properties, right? How many of y'all are looking to acquire rental properties? Put a thumbs up in the comment section if you are looking to acquire rental properties because you want long-term, generational wealth and passive income. Let you guys know right now, rentals are money pits. They are money pits. You're talking to the guy that knows. Rentals are money pits. And there's a reason why. They're long-term risks. What do houses do? If any of you guys own any houses or any of you guys grew up in homes, there's always something to fix in the house, right? And if I'm living in a spot and I'm paying rent here and something breaks, I'm complaining about it. It needs to get fixed, right? So guess what? There's always things that need to get fixed in rental properties. You have to pay the property manager. You got to pay insurance. You got to pay holding costs. If you don't have tenants in place, you have to, what else we got? You got to save a little bit. It's just a lot, right? It's a lot that comes with rental properties, especially getting them up and going. Now, you can buy turnkey, but you're buying at the top of the market. Usually your returns are going to be smaller. Now, if you're in an area that's going to highly appreciate, that's a great way to acquire properties if you don't have, rental properties, if you don't have the time or a robust construction crew that you work with that will take care of your rehabs when it's time to renovate a property. If you don't have that kind of time and energy, right, and you're not calling somebody like me and hiring me, right, it's perfectly fine to look at turnkey properties. Just know you're going to pay a little bit more. But, again, if you buy right, you might take home smaller profits. But if you buy right in a great area that appreciates down the road, 5-10 years down the road, that investment will be well worth it, right? I see a whole bunch of thumbs up. Yes, rental properties for all y'all boys. Yes. Next Level Veteran says, I have a tax lien coming up this fall waiting to rehab. What area is that tax lien sale coming in at? Next fall. See, in Baltimore, we usually do our tax lien sales in the springtime. So I think you do the application. The application is like it's like February, March, and then they don't release the list, and the sales don't actually go through till May. Now, I have not acquired any tax lien sale properties. As far as my portfolio is concerned, I'd say 75% of my portfolios come from off-market properties. Right? Fort Wayne, Indiana, 1 year. Oh, damn, they give them 1 year redemption? I think Baltimore is like 6 months. Sheesh. But yeah, so as far as marketing sources, there, if you guys don't know, there's another way to acquire properties. Next Level Veterans just gave you one, which is tax lien sales, right? So there's properties that have liens on them that are unpaid. These properties are then sold by the city to bidders at an auction type ordeal, right? I haven't been to one, but I have a general idea of what they're like, right? Bidder, I think if you win the bid, then you take on the balance of the lien on top of what you bid, but then there is a notification or a period of redemption for the owner to pay that balance. If they don't pay that balance within the time frame, then you get the property. If they do pay the balance within that time frame or that time of redemption, then they get the property back. And I think they have to pay all that crap back and maybe some fees and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's tax. That's like a tax lien sale for those that don't know. I don't buy that way. Not saying I won't. I will. But and here's the other thing, right? Here's another thing that I want to bring up to you guys. When you're looking for properties, right, and you're looking and trying to figure out how you're going to do it, there's a couple different ways. You have the MLS, multiple listing service. That is where majority of people go buy houses, whether it's for their own house, a vacation house, investment properties, whatever the case may be. That is where you go and you find an agent, and multiple list service. That is where everything is put up. On-market properties, right? On-market properties, pros about on-market properties. They're sold by agents. Look at that nice Audi. Hold on. Look at that thing. Ooh. That thing nice. All right, anyway. Yeah, so pros. What are some pros about the multiple list service? Lots of visibility. It's regulated by the real estate commission, so you can't, like, all the data on the MLS has to be it's real-time data. It's probably the realest data you will find when it comes to comps, numbers, public information, public records, all that kind of stuff. That is why the MLS is great.
Did somebody drop a box off to you?
Yeah, right here. I'm on my live right now.
Oh, sorry.
So so that's the MLS. The other way, and that way is perfectly fine, depending on if you have a good agent and that's how you want to find deals. There are people that everywhere that will sit here and tell you that you cannot find deals on the MLS. Here's the thing that I have to say about that. The last 4 properties I've acquired have been all off the MLS. There's deals. And guess what? It only takes me about, if I say today, right here, I want to go find a deal, and I want to go find it on the MLS because it's free for me because I'm also an agent. If I say today, right here, I want to go find me a deal, or I need a deal, and I only want to get it off the MLS. On average, it takes me about 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks, I'll have a deal. I would have acquired a deal, locked it up. So there's deals on the MLS. You just have to know how to filter, search, and be consistent, right? And I have a point with all this. So that's the MLS. That's on-market properties. Off-market properties, which are direct to seller. if my cousin was selling her house and I'm an investor, how do I get in contact
I
with...
know. She said to give it to the lady. That's what Mo said.
What lady?
She said somebody's coming to get a pie and that you need to give it to her.
Oh. Told y'all it's busy out here in these Thanksgiving streets. But anyway, so off-market properties. There's ways to contact sellers that are off-market. Door knocking, mail, cold calling, RVMs. They have these little door things that you can set on top of set on doors. Door slips that have your information, right? Email, advertise. There is a whole bunch of different ways, bandit signs, to contact off-market sellers, right? You have tax lien sales. You have, what are the other ways? You have auctions. You have, there's a couple other ways you can acquire deals. But my main point is this. If you are just starting out and you're on YouTube doing all this research, right? And you're looking at all these coaches and gurus say, do this, and then this person's doing this, and then this. No. Listen, let me tell y'all something. If you're just starting out and you're trying to acquire deals, keyword is deals, stick to one marketing source. One. If that's going to be bandit signs, be the best bandit sign person you're going to be. If that's going to be just strictly off the MLS, just make it strictly off the MLS, right? If it's going to be cold calling, stick to cold calling. And the reason I'm telling you guys this is because you're new, right? Don't go start doing a whole bunch of different things and then you don't really get to a point where you've mastered or you at least become competent in one marketing source, right? I learned off the MLS. I learned how to filter off the MLS and find deals, and it's because I had to do it every single damn day, right? So the MLS is, I can move real quick off the MLS, right? But that might not be your thing because some of you guys are not agents, so you're not going to have the same access as I have in order to be able to do that, right? If you're not an agent and you don't have access through another agent, which is illegal, then you're not going to be able to do the MLS filtering or searching. Well, actually you can. You can, but you're going to need the help of an agent when it comes to just acquiring certain points of information, right? So whereas I don't need that, you will. And I can tell you guys how to set it up if you guys aren't agents, right? But yes, my point that I was trying to finish making was whatever deal source, whatever marketing source you're going to use or whatever way you're going to acquire properties or would like to acquire properties, get good at that one, right? Because when all else fails, you'll still be able to go and find deals, right? I used to do a lot of off-market marketing. I don't now, not on purpose, and I should get more back into it, and I will. I just started another company with this contracting thing, and I've been busy out my behind, so I haven't been able to focus on doing off-market marketing. That's why my last couple of deals have come from the MLS. It's quick, easy. I don't have to put any extra effort besides maybe 20, 30 minutes a day. That's it, right? But for you guys, make sure that if it's on the market, MLS, get good at that, right? If it's cold calling, get good at that, right? If it's mail, get good at that. But don't go out and do a whole bunch of different things, right? Because you're never going to be good at one of them. And you're just starting out, right? You're just starting out. There's going to be a whole bunch of different shiny different things that people are going to throw in and say, oh, do this, oh, do that, oh, do all this in one. Listen, focus on one thing, focus on a couple zip codes, and really get good at that, right? And if it's cold calling, if it's RVM, or if it's, inbound marketing, where if it's inbound or if it's outbound marketing where you're actually talking to sellers on the phone, get good at that. The most dangerous form of you want to be dangerous out here. You want to know how you can be dangerous out here in these streets? is getting good on the phone. If y'all can get good on the phone and be able to build rapport with sellers and be able to help sellers or find ways to help sellers creatively to where you can get deals done for them and help them solve their problems, you might as well tattoo Sniper Gang on the back of you or something, like, because you can really do a lot of damage if you know how to talk on the phones, build rapport, cold call. People will sell people will literally sell you their house. Think about how crazy this is, right? Like, think about how crazy this is. When I say this, right? Like, I don't know if some of y'all own houses, but just think about this, right? You have to get on the phone with somebody, identify a problem that they have, right? Going deeper than just, do you want to sell your house? Yes. Oh, well, here's the offer. No, you have to identify a problem that they are having. Not convince them, but get them to feel okay enough for you to come out to see their house. Walk around, evaluate, sit there, look, judge, whatever the case may be. And then you have to sit at their dinner table and tell them why or tell them how you're going to solve their problem. And the solution that you have has to be good enough for them to want to sell you their home, their whole home, their whole house. They're one of their investment properties. If you guys didn't know, houses are the most expensive thing you'll ever buy in your lifetime. Well, I don't know if some of y'all might be rich. I don't know. But think about that. To go through that whole series of events, and you are doing this based off talking to somebody, solving their problem, being able to build rapport. That's a big deal. And if you can do that, you can sell water to a whale. And I'm not telling you guys, I'm not telling you that in the sense of you're trying to fleece somebody or what's the word that I want to say? Like, talk somebody out of their house, right? Take advantage. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you're able to build rapport. You're able to solve a problem, and you're able to help somebody in a situation in which involves one of their biggest purchases in their life. Helping them offload it to where they say, I'd rather go with you than with an agent. Somebody that's licensed and is held to certain standards, right? They're going to you. That's a big deal. And if you know how to do that, and if you can get good at that, you will be able to find great deals, off-market deals. Off-market deals yield the greatest returns. You want to talk about 24% cash on cash return? 15, 20, 24, 30%. If I told you that you can get 30% of your money every year, what? You create those kind of deals off-market deals. Not on market. Well, very rarely. But not deals of that size where you're getting that much profit or your cash flow is like that. We're talking about rentals, by the way. So, there's nothing wrong with searching for off-market properties. If you get good at that and you become a part of Sniper Gang, right? If you get good at that, you will always be able to eat. That is what I call knowing how to fish. You know how to fish, you always get deals, right? You'll always be able to find deals, right? There's people out here that know how to do everything else but find deals. For the guy that knows how to find deals or the woman that knows how to find deals, guess what? You'll always be able to eat. You'll always have deals at your disposal, and you can either keep them or you can sell them off. Y'all ain't hearing me, though. Y'all ain't hearing me. I'm out here preaching to the choir. Y'all ain't hearing me. I appreciate y'all though. Jazz underscore mine, what's good? Southern Cal Real Estate, what's going on, brother? Kyle the King says, how do you evaluate the MLS deals? I got you. T Dorf, man, what's going on? William Levant, what's good, brother? Appreciate it. It's been I ain't seen you in a couple weeks, brother, but appreciate you as always for showing up. Next Level Veteran says, how do you find good contractors? So, 2 questions here. Appreciate them. Good questions, by the way. Torn with the yo, what's good, brother? So Kyle King says, how do you evaluate the MLS deals? So the MLS deals, it's a filter process, right? And so here's the way, if you guys aren't agents, right? Because I can tell you my way with my access that I have, but it's not going to make sense because you guys don't have access to the MLS unless you're an agent. So one way that you guys can do, if you aren't agents, right? One way that you can filter, right, is you're going to need an agent, right? So if you have a friend, if you have, somebody you're working with or whatever, that is an agent, tell them to do this. Well, you need to identify 3 zip codes in your area. 3 or 1, right? You don't want to do the whole city. You don't want to sit here and be looking at 30, 50, 100 deals a day. They're all over the city. No, get good at one area, one zip code, right? You tell that agent, hey, look, I want to see... all agents have the access or the ability to send automated emails based on criteria for clients, right? So I can send you information that you'll need in order to that's continuous. Like I can put you on like a campaign drip, right? So as long as that criteria is in place and things close or whatever that fit that criteria, it's going to be sent to your email. So you ask the agent this, you say, hey, look, I want to look at properties in these 3 zip codes or this 1 zip code. What I want is a drip campaign for a year, houses that are within 800 to 1,600 square feet, that are within $30 to $120,000, that have at least 3 bedrooms, that have at least 1 bathroom, that have basements or no basements, whatever, no auction property. These are just criteria that you should be telling them, right? And the range and prices are very important, and the zip codes are very important. And you tell them all that, and you say, I want all of that in these specific zip codes. So now what's going to happen is every single day that a property pops up for sale in that area, guess what? It's going to be sent to your email, right? And it's very tailored. It's very specific criteria that's going to be sent to you, right? You don't want a bunch of bull crap. You're going to get enough of that anyway, right? And the other thing you're going to request is, hey, I want to see this zip code or these 3 zip codes the last 365 days or the last 6 months of solds in this area. I want those sent to me as well. This is how you're going to evaluate comparables, right? You're not going to know what you're not going to know what properties are selling for or what the value of your deal is if you're not looking at the comps. And the reason I'm telling you to look at the comps is because you need to learn how to run numbers. You need to learn how to find out how to run comparables and figure out the value of your property. You know why? Because at the end of the day, when it's time to spend that money and when it's time to lay down the risk and actually commit to a property, you don't ever want to sit here and blame somebody else for you having a bad deal. Oh, well, this agent told me the ARV was going to be 300 and you flip it and realize you only can get 240. You'd have lost your ass, right? What I'm telling you right now is real deal Holyfield type stuff, right? These are the principles. Learn how to run your own numbers. Learn how to run your own comparables. Wholesalers, they'll sell water to a whale, or they'll sell you whatever, right? If you guys are looking at wholesalers to give you deals or send you deals. There's some great wholesalers out there, right? But there's also some folks that are looking to sell their house. Their job, their objective is to sell the contract at a higher price in which they got it under contract for, even if that means that they didn't get it at a price that is of market value. You don't want to be caught with your pants down, right? And if a wholesaler is trying to sell you a deal and they're telling you it's $20K more than what the market is telling you should buy it at, and you don't know how to run numbers and you buy that deal, that's on you. That's on you. I'm trying to tell you. That's on you, right? Don't you trust your own numbers. You trust your own comparables. Yes, agents have a job to do, and they're supposed to give you comparables and give you the best advice they can. But what happens when you don't have an agent? Or what happens when you're working with an agent that doesn't know? How do you know they don't know? Or they're not that proficient in this zip code or know these things, and they're telling you the value is this when it's really that. There's agents that don't know how to comp very well. I'm not telling y'all this for my health. I promise I'm not. Learn how to run your own numbers. Learn how to run your own comparables. Right? That's why I'm telling you, in addition to the criteria you're asking that agent to send to you every day, you're also going to be asking for the solds within the past year. Once you start getting those lists of houses sent to you every day, you're doing a filter. Right? Does it look like it needs renovation, or is it already renovated, or is it is it distressed? Or is it lipstick? Does it need a lipstick reno? Or is it a landlord not a landlord, but is it an owner renovation? Or is it a full renovation? You're gonna be looking at all those three things, and I can get further in depth as far as like details of skimming and all that kind of stuff, but it is I like to kind of go into detail, and it's a lot. But you at least want to start there, and you want to identify properties very quickly. Not sitting there and evaluate every single damn deal that comes. You have to learn to identify what's worth your time and what's not worth your time. You guys might be spending too long on deals that ain't even worth your time, and you're sitting there thinking this is a good rental, not knowing how to figure out what the cash on cash return is. And then you think you got a deal going on, and I run the numbers on the cash on cash, and you only bring home 4%. That ain't no deal. Well, actually, it is a deal in some people's eyes, but there ain't no way I'm taking a deal where I'm getting 5% cash on cash. Not even close. Not even a little bit. Right? So, yes, that's that. On filtering through the MLS, you want to identify something that looks what you're looking for, and once you identify and you want to discard or not spend any time looking at deals that aren't even within your criteria or don't fit the eye test, right? Because you'll be scrolling, looking through. If it doesn't fit the eye test, don't even. Right? Once you identify something, you're then going to go and comp it. You're going to use those comparables that agent sent to you, all sold within the last year, right? A quarter-mile radius of your comparable. And you're going to be looking for deals that compare to that house if it was to be sold, flipped and sold, because you have to figure out your ARV. Similar size, similar square footage, similar makeup, right? Finished basement, unfinished basement, HVACs, all that stuff has to compare. You start running your comparables. We could talk about comps. Like, I can make a whole episode on comps. I promise, right? I learned how to comp because I had to do it every single day. Every single day. Evaluate deals, and I'm still not even I'm not going to tell you I'm the perfectest guy when it comes to comps, but I'm pretty damn good. I bought a bad deal before, but that was off emotion. But anyway, outside of that, we had another question. I don't want to get to that. Next Level Veteran said, how do you find good contractors? There's a couple different ways to find good contractors. You got to know what you're looking for. What kind of people do you want to deal with? People. Contractors are people. What kind of people do you want to deal with? Right? When I look at people that I want to deal with, I look at, principles. It's 4. I've said it multiple times on here. I don't know if you guys remember them, but it's 4 things that I'm looking for in that person. Right? These are just principles, right? 1, are you accountable? Are you an accountable person? Right? Do you do what you say you're going to do? Right? If you tell me you're going to do something, do you do it? That is the most important thing a contractor can have, is being accountable for themselves, accountable for their team, accountable for their work. If you're not accountable, how are you going to run a business? If you're not accountable, how are you going to manage yourself? Right? So, accountability. Are you accountable? Here's an easy way. If we say we're going to meet up at 8 o'clock in the morning and I'm going to show you what I want you to do you show up at 8 o'clock? Or do you show up at 8:30? Or do you not show up at all? Being accountable. You said you're going to show up at 8 o'clock. You didn't. Again. And there's a reason why accountability is important. Is because for me, personally, I give people benefit of the doubt and I take your word for it. For what it is. Right? I run my businesses off of your word. Right? If you tell me you're going to be here at this time, or if we have to meet at this point, or
You about to hate me, but y'all. Linda said, "Are you doing the rib?"
yeah, let me finish.
Okay.
Anyway, the ribs better be ready. Come on, am I doing the ribs? Are the ribs seasoned? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so contractors, back to contractors again. How do I find good contractors? Number 1 is, are you accountable? Biggest thing, right? Oh yeah, that's what I was telling you guys. I base what I do in my real estate business and my contracting businesses off of what people say. I give people the benefit of the doubt. So I might push something this way, or I might schedule something this time, or I might do something in this sort of way based on your word. And I take your word for it. So there's a lot of things that are contingent or looking to happen based on the word you told me. And if you don't come through with your word, then it's a domino effect of things not happening, or whatever the case may be. And I can't run a business like that. So I need to be working with accountable people. That's number 1. Number 2, for me, when it comes to looking for contractors that are good, is, do you show up? You have to show up. If you don't show up, no work can be done. If you're not present, physically present, what are we doing? Like, if you don't show up to the job, no work is going to get done. So, number 2, second biggest thing is, do you show up? Do you show up for work? If you're supposed to be working on my job for every day, for 8 hours a day, I'm expecting you to be working for 8 hours a day. Do you show up? Do you show up half the time? Do you show up Monday, Wednesday, Friday instead of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? You got to show up, right? Number three, pricing. I'm not looking to find the cheapest person. I'm not looking to find the most expensive person. But in some cases, you have to spend on the higher end. I get that. But your pricing. Is your pricing fair? Do you have fair pricing? And sometimes the pricing is going to be a little bit more favorable for them. And that's fine. As long as the work reflects that. And sometimes you guys have to pay for quality. I get that. Or you have to pay for better people. I get that. Right? So is your pricing fair? That's why I don't need you to be the highest person. I don't need you to be the lowest person. Are you fair? Right? And the last thing is workmanship. Is your workmanship above average? I'm above average and up. You don't have to be able to build the Taj Mahal. Because in some cases, you want guys that can build the Taj Mahal, they're coming at Taj Mahal prices. We got businesses around here, people. If you can float that, sure. I don't go for the most expensive people that can build the Taj Mahal, right? But is it above average and up? Meaning, can this person do a good job with their workmanship and their craftsmanship? A good job. Not an okay job, but a good job. If this contractor can do a good job, an above average designation for their craftsmanship and their workmanship, we can work together. Bad craftsmanship, bad workmanship, can't do it. And of course, I'm not looking for top. So anyway, those 4 things, again, I'll read them to you. The 4 things I look for in a good contractor, right, is accountability. Do you show up? Your prices being good prices, and workmanship. Now, here's the kicker for all this. This is how it all ties in together. Guess what? Finding a contractor that's a good contractor with all, I consider this, with all 4 of these qualities, for somebody to have all 4 of these qualities, guess what? That's a unicorn. So it's going to be hard to find a contractor with all 4 of these qualities. I'm just going to keep it funky with you. Right? In a perfect world, that's what you're looking for. But here's the real life deal with these 4 qualities. You're really only going to find, like, the most you'll find in people or contractors that you're looking for is at least 2. At least 2 of these things. Right? Most people will either have at least 2 of these qualities or 1 of these qualities or none of these qualities. You get what I'm saying? And good contractors are hard to find, right? You guys know this. So what do you think you're running into most of the time when you're interviewing and dealing with contractors? You're finding guys with none of these qualities, or they might have 1, possibly 2, right? Here's my non-negotiables out of these 4. The first two. You have to be accountable and you have to show up. If you have at least those 2 qualities, guess how this works? If you have those 2 qualities, I can negotiate your the pay, and I can negotiate your workmanship. I can negotiate your pay because guess what? That's what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to negotiate up or down, right? You can, if you can at least counter, right, when it comes to getting work done. The other thing is workmanship. If you're accountable, right? If you have the first quality, then the fourth quality, guess what? Is negotiable too, because you're accountable for your work. And if your workmanship is sloppy at any point in time, or you need to go fix something, you're already an accountable person. So if I say, hey, I need that fixed, or hey, I need this redone, and you understand that this wasn't done the right way, or you messed this up, you're an accountable person. You're going to be accountable for your work, and you're going to go do it. See how that works? Yes. I don't know if that registered to y'all. I don't know if that registered. If y'all got what I just said. The bare minimum, I need the first 2 qualities. You need to be accountable. You need to show up. The last 2 qualities we can negotiate. So when you guys are searching for contractors, again, you'll find people that are accountable, but their prices are exponentially high. Sometimes you have to pay for those people, right? Sometimes you'll find people with they don't have the first two qualities, right? They don't show up, and they're not accountable, but their price is high and their workmanship is sloppy. Or you'll find somebody where they're accountable, their price is extra low, but their their quality is really bad. Or you'll find the person that is neither of the first two. They don't show up and they're not accountable. Their cost is really low, but their quality is very bad. Or you'll find the person that is not accountable, doesn't show up, has decent pricing. That's great, but guess what? They don't show up. They tell you they're going to start on this day, then they don't start for 2 days later. Or they get started on a job and they don't come back consistently to get the job done. Y'all see how this all is working now? Give me a thumbs up if you're understanding what I'm saying. Right? This is deeper than just hiring and firing guys and understand. Like, this is how I operate, right? And you're going to go through more people that have one or zero or one of these qualities. You're going to go through more of those people than you'll find with people that have 2 to 3 to 4 of these qualities. You find somebody with all 4 of these qualities, hold on to them. As a contractor, make them happy. Give them gift cards, right? Ask them about their family, and if they got kids, buy their kids toys. Cause the difference of running a real estate business and making a little bit of money and a lot of bit of money is off of your contractors. Your contractors can be the difference of you making $20,000 in a year and $150,000 in a year. I know because I run a contracting business. And the guys that I work with, they either are all 4 of these qualities or they at least have 2 to 3. And they allow me to run my business, if you know what I'm saying. So that's what you should look for when it comes to finding good contractors. Most people will tell you where to find them, but they're not going to tell you what to look for in a person. You can find any contractor off the street, in Home Depot parking lot, riding in their car with the trucks wrapped in the numbers. You can find contractors everywhere. But are you able to find good ones? You can find contractors that work for your friends or your other investor friends. Doesn't mean they're going to work for you. Because the way people view contractors and the way they work with different people, it differs, right? Somebody might work well with me, but they don't mean they're going to work well for you. You get what I'm saying? So that is, in a sense, a little tidbit. Now, you have to pay attention to that. Got to pay attention to that. I've given you guys a lot of my time on Thanksgiving. When I said I was only going to give you guys 15 minutes, but this is Real Estate Q&A Sessions week 83 on Thanksgiving Day, and y'all been rocking with me for what, about an hour and a half now? Guys, give me a thumbs up or hit the lights or the flutter button of love if y'all appreciate the show. Y'all appreciated today's show. I kind of went in. Couple of thumbs up already. Next Level Veteran, Kata King. Next Level Veteran says, thanks, brother. Got a roll. Have a blessed one. Yes, I got a roll too. I got to hit the grill. And it's already 1:43, which means it's time for some libations. And I just have to enjoy the family. Right? Got to enjoy the family. Guys, if you guys don't know, and if you guys haven't done so, if it is Thanksgiving and you're not with your family physically, call them. Appreciate this time, appreciate this day. Be thankful, right? Be thankful for the loved ones that you have in your life. Not everybody's family dynamics are the same, so I don't like to say just strictly family, right? your loved ones. Appreciate your loved ones. Spend time with them today, and not just today. Make a conscious effort to make sure this is a regular thing. Because we are on borrowed time, and I tell you guys this every week. We're on borrowed time. Do not take advantage. Take advantage of the time you have with people that you love, right? Because you can be here today, gone tomorrow. That's real. They can be here today, and they can be gone tomorrow. And you would have wished you had spent more time. All right? So today is one of those days where it's emphasized, but you can't just do it today. You can't just do it on Christmas. You have to make a conscious effort to take time out of your day to love your loved ones and appreciate their space every single day. That's what I'll leave y'all with. R.I.P. Dolph. Happy Thanksgiving. Y'all be safe. Y'all be happy. Enjoy your day. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.